Hello my fellow paint monsters, I'm Aga and this is Hungry for Paint, a channel about handmade watercolors. Today we will be mixing colors with Letter Sparrow. If you missed last week's review, make sure to watch it as it's a pretty interesting video and pretty interesting paints. Now, I don't have that much paint left from last week's review as I've only got dot samples. I'm going to do a much smaller color mixing chart, mixing the primary colors. I'm going to do the inking test using my Sakura Pigma Micron pen, as usual. I'm going to mix some random colors, and I'm going to see how these colors blend as well. But even though the color chart is going to be smaller than usual, I think I still got some interesting things to show you, and I'm pretty sure you're going to enjoy this video anyway. I used India Blue, Alizarin Crimson and Yellow Earth as my primary triad. And these are pretty good mixing colors, I must say. They're all quite bright and clear, so they produce pretty mixes. The Yellow Earth is not as bright as, say, Lemon Yellow, and Alizarin Crimson is not quite a magenta, so these are not going to be like in-your-face vibrant mixes, but still they're going to be pretty bright and intense enough. If you watched my previous video, then you know that Milori Blue has a very strong texture and some pretty extreme granulation with particles in it. So I decided to use it in quite a lot of mixes this week, as I think it's going to be fascinating to see how Milori Blue interacts with other colors. And indeed, it can produce some pretty unique effects with other colors. I think my personal favorites are the mixes of Milori Blue and Burnt Umber. These mixes are not going to be even and smooth as the blue has so much texture in it, but I think it can be successfully used for some special effects or areas that call for texture. And in the color blending part you can see that Milori Blue interacts in a pretty crazy way with other colors, with India Blue. And Nitroso Green also behaves in a pretty interesting manner, as again it's a textured color, a pretty heavily granulating one, and it's quite an active color in mixes, so it's pretty fun to use with other colors. And I very much enjoyed the kind of transitions that using red iron oxide together with burnt umber next to each other produced. And the watercolors from Letter Sparrow, as you can see, work very well with pens. The India Blue and French Pale Green are slightly opaque, but in general you shouldn't have a lot of problems if you draw first and then color in with your watercolors. And you're also going to be alright if you paint first and then draw on top of your watercolors. The line is going to get slightly thicker, but it's not going to blur or feather. And even the Milori Blue, despite its texture, is not really unpleasant underneath the pen. So if you like to use watercolors and pens together, then you're good to go with these. Okay, this is everything I've got for you today. Next week there's going to be another review of paints by another maker. Stay tuned and visit Hungry for Paint on Wednesday on Instagram for a chance to guess who our next maker is going to be. If you like this video, press the like button, it helps with the YouTube algorithm. You can leave a comment down below. Subscribe to my channel if you don't want to miss my future videos, and you can always support Hungry for Paint on Ko-fi. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next week. Bye bye!